Welcome to the Queer Love Podcast, the silly and serious shenanigans of two queer relationship coaches. I am your host, Elizabeth Cunningham.
And I'm your host, Lee Greeps.
On this podcast, we talk about how to live your best queer life with fulfilling, healthy relationships and anything else that makes your little queer heart happy. Because living your life outside of the heteronormative scripts is totally possible for you.
Each episode, we explore all things queer love from our professional perspective as relationship coaches, our own personal experiences, and as partners.
If you love our show, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter at Queer Love Relationships. You can also check out our website, www.queerloverelationships.com.
Thanks for following us and enjoy this episode.
Welcome to the Queer Love Podcast. Oh, man.
So good.
I love you. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about keeping your relationships fresh. fresh.
How to keep your relationship fresh.
Freshy fresh.
Freshy fresh. No matter how long you've been together.
Oh,
and
caveats.
It's going to be a short episode.
Yeah.
We're going to see how many tips we can give you on keeping your relationships fresh in 15 minutes.
Elizabeth has already won.
Nah! It's not a competition. It's just a game. It's a game.
Yeah, you won it.
Okay. I'm curious if we can keep thinking of tips for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing.
Maybe it'll be less than 15 minutes.
We'll just...
I'm stalling now.
Someone's out there like, give us the tips.
Give it to us. Okay, so the first one that I thought of was...
put it on ice.
What?
Keep yourself fresh.
Oh my God. I'm changing my first one because of what you just said.
Oh,
the first one is having humor. Being able to be goofy and fun with each other, finding humor in things, and just being goofy goofballs. That's one. Humor is a good way to keep relationships fresh.
Yeah, humor, playfulness. Because I would say the playfulness aspect.
Well, I think
it's different.
It is different, and I'm trying to keep things short and succinct so that way we can think of as many tips as possible.
Charlie is destroying the couch.
One way to keep your relationship fresh is to
get a cat.
If that's something that you really want to do, that is not a fix or solve. Do not get an animal or have a baby to fix or solve your relationship or open up your relationship to fix or solve it. Definitely don't do that. Don't do that. Anytime that there's another life involved and you're trying to fix something, I think that that's a bad idea. Anywho, tips episode. All right, what's the next one?
What? Be playful.
Say more.
Yeah, I'm meaning be playful and humor can be involved, of course, but it's more of, it's like the approach of, your interactions with each other or like situations that or experiences that you're having, like doing so and like approaching it from like that playful kind of lighthearted way, where it's just more of like, it is like, it's like when you were a kid and you're like, we're gonna go play, and like you create things and imagine things and you're just like blah 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 blah. You could totally go create an imaginary kind of game together. That's great. Love that. Fantastic.
Also think about playfulness in like different areas of your relationship. Like, how can you make cooking together playful? How can you make sexy time playful? How can you make your morning routine playful? You know, like just think about different aspects of your relationship. Because I think like with any of these tips being like, how do I apply that? Like looking at different aspects of your relationship. Like, how can I apply humor to this aspect is a lot easier for the application process.
Yeah, and then just, like, kind of sticking with that for a little bit. Like, oh, I really want to make our mornings more playful or whatever. And then it's like, just focus on that. Like, you don't have to make everything playful. Like, yeah. No need to do that. But, yeah, like, just being like, oh, I really want, where can we put some more play time in this thing? Okay, great.
Right. Yeah.
Go with that.
Totally. Next tip is be curious about and specifically be curious about your partner's interests. Like, what are they interested in that you like have never really asked more questions about? Or is there anything that they're interested in that maybe they've never really shared with you before? Like, you could, that's a curious question. Like, is there anything that you really love or that you've really loved in your life or that you really want to like dive more into or nerd out on more that you haven't told me about or you haven't shared about much? What do you love about that thing? You know, getting curious about your partner's interests is a great way to keep things fresh. And the other tip the tip inside the tip.
Oh my gosh. Tipception.
is you don't have to be interested in that thing to be curious about it with your partner, right? Like, I've had partners who are really interested, or like, you know, you've even said that like if we had a TV, that you would probably play video games more. I've never been someone who's like super interested in video games, and so like I'm not interested in that topic for the topic's sake. But I love listening to my partners talk about it who love video games, because I love being curious and like being excited because they are excited. I'm like, it's the compersion piece of it, right? It's like your happiness makes me happy. What's another tip to keep your relationship fresh?
Also just watching Charlie play with a pom-pom ball.
Yes.
According to Charlie, you could get a pom-pom ball to keep things fresh.
Oh, she it's right here.
Oh.
Charlie.
Live in action, Charlie being playful. She's like, yeah, guys, keep this fresh.
Yeah, she's like, keep it fresh, keep it playful. She's like, I'm into it. What next?
It's true. I mean, I was going to say curiosity, but to get a little more specific about it, you know, I think even just going in line with whether it's interest of someone, or it could just be like the question that you have, you know, in your day with your person, your people is like, oh, like what can I learn about them today? You know, whether that's about some hobby or, you know, something where it's just like you have that approach to things, like, you know, it's just like, oh, like, what am I going to discover about them today? And it could be, you know, something huge because that's what happens in the day. Or it could just be like, oh, I just noticed I just noticed something about them that I haven't noticed before in the most like mundane way. It's just, you know, because it's just, we're all doing our things, whatever. It's like, oh, they do this thing when they are drinking their coffee, or I like, you know, notice that they do this little like nervous kind of tick because I saw them like doing that on a call or whatever it was. And so it's just like, oh, what can I learn about them? Because it's like, you know, that's the thing is, you know, when things feel like stagnant in relationships, or you're just like, oh yeah, like we've been together for 10 years, like I know them, like it's whatever. Or it's like, no, they're just this constantly evolving person, just like you are. And it's like, you know, that's one of the things that I love about like relationships is like, I know I will never know everything about Elizabeth. Like that's just not how it works, right? And it's like, you know, people be like, what? that's so sad, or something. I don't know, whatever. But it's like, no, it's like there's like this person who's always going to be like a mystery in some sense. Like, for sure, there's things I know about her and understand about her that like maybe will be with her forever, like, it's like, oh, she's always just gonna be doing these kinds of things, right? And it's like, for sure, but it's like there's other things or it's like how she perceives this aspect of life or whatever interests of hers, like evolve and grow and stuff. And it's like, I can always learn more about that. And it's like, we talk about where I'm like, no, you can I just love listening to you. Like, you could tell me the same thing again and again because she's gonna tell me it in a different way because, she could have told me that story, whatever, 5 days ago when it happened about that interaction. And then, if she's telling me again, and then it's like, oh, well, it's been 5 days later. So now she's thinking of it on this way. Or like, oh, I added like this other thing that like, I didn't think was connected, but this is connected. And now I'm learning this whole other story about her. Right. So it's like always being like, oh, what can I learn here? Right.
Yeah.
And even just like how they express things, or it's like, oh yeah, they, there's like this kind of body movement within. It's like, oh, that's indicating this things. Like what, like how can I like learn more about that and all that kind of stuff. So just like that kind of question.
Yeah. Yeah. And a question I thought of when you were sharing that is, what's something about you that's changed since we met?
Oh,
like, what a great question.
Do it.
Yeah. What's something about you that's changed since we met? And that could be like an opinion that you have about something. That could be like, I don't know, that could be a job that you have a different job now. I mean, you probably already know that about them, but it's still like a good, if you don't know, what are you doing if you don't know what job
or like their relationship relationship to their job, right?
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
Maybe they have the same job, but it's like, oh, like how do you view it? Those kinds of things. Like,
that's true. That's very true. All right.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Okay, my other tip on keeping your relationship.
Step 1, know what job you're
The other tip that I have on keeping your relationship fresh is, one way you can think about it is through your senses. So like sight. What are some things that you haven't seen together, or like places you haven't gone, or things that you've wanted to do that you haven't done yet, haven't gotten around to, how can you fit those in? Like, that could be a way to keep things fresh. Smell. The first thing that comes up for me is like flowers, gardens, but smell could also be around like food, or like going to a perfume shop. Like, these are just like, when you think about your senses, like you can start to get creative. Like what about smell can I connect with my partner on? So yeah, I just thought of like flowers, food, and perfume, and going and doing something around those things, or going and buying them flowers, or going and buying them new perfume, or like taking them out to dinner or something like that. Taste, same thing. Like, that could be food, that could be like, oh, maybe there's a dessert shop that you have never tried and you wanted to, or like maybe your partner has a really specific diet and there's this food that they can't eat, but then maybe you go find a way to make it for them as like with like substitute ingredients or something like that, or like find a place that serves it with like substitute ingredients or something. Lots with taste. Like, taste also makes me think of like,
I was thinking about what we were talking about yesterday, where we're like, get all the dips and all the chips and have a tasting.
Yeah, yes.
We don't do it with wine or nothing. We're talking about dips and chips.
We were literally, we've been playing this. I'm saying it's a game. It is a game where we have these chips, and there's this brand of chips that we've tried, like all the different types of this brand of chips, and we've been buying all of these different dips. And so now we've been buying like 3 bags of chips and like 3 different dips all at the same time, and then mixing and matching them and seeing which chip goes with which dip the best.
It's great.
It's great.
But we also learned about, things like yesterday she was like, oh my gosh, I'm surprised because I didn't like, this is the least favorite. Like, it was so good or whatever. But I was even like, oh, interesting. Yeah. What is that? Like,
Yeah, what's that about? So just like silly things like that. So what did I say? Sight, smell, taste, sound, hearing, listening to different music together, trying out, going, I also thought of like bird watching was one of the first things that I thought of. My mom really likes bird watching, or like going to like sports games, listening to sports. So like, what can you listen to?
Sitting in utter silence together,
sitting in silence together. You could do that. I did have clients that used to meditate together, and so they would just sit in silence together and meditate together. That was like a part of their ritual as a couple, and I thought it was phenomenal. Like, my client was always like, well, we were having a really tough time and we didn't really know what to do, so we sat and we meditated together for an hour. And I was like, I love that.
Yeah.
And then when we came out of the meditation, we breathed together and we talked about our feelings and our emotions, and then we really had a lot more compassion for one another. And I was just like, I love that. I so love that. Or like, if you live by the ocean, maybe you go and listen to the waves together. Some of my favorite memories with Lee have been just like sitting on the beach looking at the ocean. Like,
oh yeah,
oh my god. And then touch. So last one is touch. You can get all sorts of fun with touch.
Oh yeah, how can you, Elizabeth?
Well, 15 minutes is up.
I saw that and I was like, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting.
I love it. Leave it right there. 15 minutes, done. Nailed it.
Like, but tell us about the touch.
I think that pretty much all adults listen to this podcast, so you can fill in the blank. Also, we have other episodes on touch and eroticism. Anywho.
How was that?
No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying we have other episodes. That's all I'm saying. I don't even know why I thought that. Yeah, I don't even know why I said that.
You guys can go touch all kinds of different doorknobs at Home Depot.
Don't go to Home Depot.
Don't go to Home Depot. Go to a hardware store.
Yeah, Lowe's.
Is Lowe's cool still?
I don't know.
Who's cool still?
I don't know. The hardware store that's up the street from our house, little mom and pop shop.
There you go, touch doorknobs there.
Yeah.
You get to learn about which doorknob feels the best.
All right, let us know which thing you're going to do to keep your relationship fresh. Reach out to us, let us know, put it in the comments. Put it in the comment section.
Freshy, fresh.
All right, we love you.
Okay, love you, bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Queer Love Podcast. We would love to hear from you. Drop us a line on TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter at Queer Love Relationships, or email us at queerloverelationships@gmail.com.
If you are interested in working with us, follow the Linktree link in the show notes. See if our offers resonate with you, and if they do, sign up with us or book a discovery session.
We are so grateful that you're here, listening, learning, and growing with us.
Until next time, keep loving.